There's been a lot of unrest in the country in recent months, and now some people are wondering, should you be able to shoot looters who are ransacking your store? Well, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has drafted new anti-mob legislation. That's what it's called, and it's a serious expansion of the Stand Your Ground laws there in Florida. According to the Miami Herald, some worry the legislation would allow armed citizens to shoot and potentially kill anyone suspected of looting. The legislation also includes a measure that would make protesting that blocks traffic a third-degree felony. It would also grant immunity to drivers who unintentionally kill or injure a protester blocking traffic. So this all sounds very controversial, in my opinion. So DBL Nation, we want to hear what you think. Do you support this new draft legislation? Let us know. Yes or no. We're going to monitor that. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. Jeff, what do you make of this?
Listen, something needs to be done, right? I don't know to this extreme. People are going to get away with running people over in the street. That's not good, or be able to just shoot random people whenever you want. Listen, if you're being attacked, I understand defending yourself, but something needs to be done. We've lost cities like Seattle, Portland, the city of Santa Monica. The police were told to stand down while people destroyed that city. Those cities might not come back in 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe ever. People are moving out of cities because they're so destroyed. Something needs to be done. To this extreme, I don't think so. I think we need to have a conversation, a real conversation, to stop a lot of this, because a lot of our cities, people aren't going to move. They're moving out of. They're not moving into.
Yeah, Jeff, I think what bothers me about this conversation is kind of the vague language that we're using. Like, what's the actual definition of protesting and looting? And who are these people that we are randomly deputizing to use their weapons? What is somebody that's suspected of looting? What does that look like? What if I am the cable man and I'm checking the cable outside? You could say, I suspected this man of trying to break into my property. Could you shoot me then? That's a fair, you can suspect that. But we have laws and we have procedures by trained professionals to avoid situations like that could be unfortunate on both sides. So I think when we start throwing laws around like this, ask ourselves, will we apply this to healthcare? If, Jeff, I thought that you had a heart condition, I have no training, could I just open you up and try and do some surgery? Like, we have professionals for that. So, like, let's let the professionals and the lawmakers make laws without vague language so we don't run into bad situations.
Yeah, I don't think this is wrong. This is absolutely wrong, Erica. And I see you making a face, and I would imagine you agree.
I am so confused.
Yeah.
I feel like this conversation needs a little bit more energy. We do understand that these very loose language and loose qualifications are what resulted in the death of Trayvon Martin, what resulted in the death of the young ally in Charlottesville. You're talking about a state where in 1920, November 3rd of 1920, a riot ensued that is sitting on DeSantis's desk in terms of a bill in order to honor the fallen of over 60 individuals, all in a black community, based on one black man deciding to vote. If you want to have a conversation about rioting and looting, DeSantis, have a conversation about Ocoee, okay? Have a conversation about that, because at the end of the day, when we start talking about stand your ground and you're putting property over people in places and folks who already feel emboldened to just shoot and ask questions later anyway, there cannot be a slippery slope. I need a little bit more energy behind this to say that this is abhorrent.
Yeah, it's
abhorrent.
I'm with you.
Best.
I'm with you, Erica. I can't even see the other side on this one, especially because of the very fact that, let's say somebody does loot, right? Let's say somebody does riot. Of course that's wrong. But the sentence for that, the consequence for that is not death. And this feels like the Wild Wild West to me. This feels like we're going backwards.
Most of our riots take place after sports championships. So could I roll down if the Cavs win and just start opening fire on people?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the megaphone. 62% of you, do you support this new draft legislation? 62% of you say yes. I don't understand. I feel like we're going backwards. Today's Veterans Day. It feels wrong today. It's going to feel wrong tomorrow. So this is what our show is all about. So the same viewer wrote you back, Jeff. He says, hey guys, thank you for reading my email. For Jeff, you are 100% right. Calling for dead cops or anyone else is completely wrong. But as you said, that is a problem of the country. It's not a Portland-specific problem. And that behavior behavior is very much a minority of cases. But much love for you for having open discussions like you do, and appreciate the opportunity to be heard. The offer stands for Jeff. We're happy to have you in our city.
I don't like that one bit, Sam.
Listen, I would love to come to Portland and have boots on the ground, right? I'm judging a city completely by what I see on the news, and you're absolutely right as well. I'm glad we could have this discourse, because what I see on the news maybe isn't a proper representation of what Portland is. I'd like to have somebody who knows the city, who knows people in the city. If it wasn't for COVID, I would be on the next plane out, because these are things that I love to do. So seriously, thank you for writing in. You can tell I'm passionate, I'm real. This is how we all are on this panel. So thanks for writing in. And it's a conversation that I think the country needs to have. Maybe not this specifically, but about everything.
Jeff, we need yelling for it sweeps. We need yell. Call him something.
No way.
Call him a name.
I'm going to call him my friend. I'm going to call him my friend.
And what's cool too is now you have someone. His name's Zach. Now you have someone. He invited you. So
Zach.
you can, once the pandemic's over, Zach, be careful what you wish for, because Mr. Jeff loves to travel.
I love it. I love it. Zach, get the couch ready, or perhaps a spare bedroom.